Should post to the blog saying that we're live. All right, so I don't know if anyone's actually watching yet, since we just started.
Right.
But we're going to be building Mac for a couple hours, because we want to actually build something good on stream, which takes some time. Like Lego conventions, they always give you like an hour and a half maximum to do anything, and that's enough, but sometimes it's only like half an hour.
Right.
It's pretty tough to build something in that amount of time. Where do I see it? Okay. I got some real viewers. Don't know what's back. Okay, well, we have at least 4 people.
Nice.
Hola, I'm Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Evan is here. Juice boxes. Who wants juice boxes? That's fine. Yeah, okay, so let's get started. What are you going to build, Jacob? A car?
I have no idea.
No idea? Okay. Well, I prepared...
Will be Mac.
Right. That's what I'm going to build. Printed out some reference imagery. That is Coal Black's old from a couple of years ago, one of my favorite of all time. And this is a recent thing by, not Jonas, but someone similar. I should look and see who that is again. These are a couple actual Mac models. This is Pluto 1 or something like that. It's pretty awesome. I really like the look of it.
I think it's one of Pluto. What it's called.
One of Pluto. Okay, yeah. I knew it was something weirder than just Pluto 1. Then here's a carrier. Troop carrier. And I'm thinking I'm going to go for something more like... I don't really know. I kind of want to just build a VTOL, but...
That would be the easy way out.
Grant Davis is here. Everyone's here.
All right.
9 viewers. Okay, I've reached my goal of 5, so now we can just turn the stream off. The real goal is 20. If I get 20, then I'll be really happy. But I'm expecting to only have 5 people for much of this. Okay, so I got... Yeah. I got a bag of Worth Orange. Would be useful.
That's good. I have dark orange, but it's almost all this piece.
I know. That piece is like a real pet peeve of mine. It's a lot harder to use than it appears.
Right. All right. I wonder if wheels are allowed in Mac.
Well, I think that they are, but they're usually concealed.
Okay.
But they do have anti-gravity. I believe the Mercs have anti-gravity technology.
Okay.
Tyler. Yeah, it's by Tyler. I know that. I could have looked it up. I'm just...
Right.
Where is Simon? He should be here. Alright. Cool. So once we get started and we're actually building, I think we're going to switch the camera away from our faces to what we're doing. I guess I should get started.
I'm already starting, so.
Yeah. Okay, so what are you working on? You're just freestyling?
Yeah, I kind of want to use this piece, but, because I have a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I'll see how it goes.
Oh, yeah, that's a really cool part. I bought a ton of it too, and I'm like, what do I do with these? There were a bunch at Brick Fair.
Yeah, that's where I got mine too.
Yeah. What if you had like a Mac snowplow?
That's interesting.
And that could be pretty cool. I'm not sure why you wouldn't just anti-grav over it, but it would be fine.
Yeah.
Snowplow is basically just a truck with a plow, but it's making better than that. What's something else like a snowplow? Other like utility vehicle. I was thinking, first thing I was thinking of was a fire truck. Fire trucks are pretty intricate though.
And they're
Really?
always red.
They're always red. That's
Usually.
true. Keep red.
This is another great Mac part. Any colored
Yeah.
canopy is good, pretty much.
Yeah, I agree. Those white canopies are sweet. I need some of those.
Yeah. Mm. It's kind of hard to get a direction going at first. For an idea.
Yeah.
But once I got an
That's why
idea, I can
wanted
just
to
run with
plan
it.
ahead more. Yeah. These pieces are pretty cool for Mac too. Just anything with a print
Yes.
on it. I really like prints now.
Yeah.
Hopefully I can do some stickering.
I'm hoping to do that as well.
Well, if you're not going to build a race car, then I'll build a race car.
I might be doing that actually.
Okay,
Not sure yet.
build race cars.
It could be a race car. I don't know.
That would actually have been a whole, like, just Mac race cars.
Yeah, we could both do the same thing. I mean, we don't have to do something different necessarily.
Yeah, that's true. I'll do some kind of vehicle. I'll figure out what it is later. Vehicles are good. Lego is good for building vehicles with.
I think you also need to
Hey,
have.
Evan, remember this guy?
What is
This
that?
guy. This is what Evan is at my house. It's like this awesome little turtleneck,
Nice.
and he used 2 of my only like 4 donut toppers. So now I have to salvage the eyes off. But it was a really nice mock. And I could build like a ton of these, except for the eyes. Because I have so many of these barnacle masks.
I think I own 0 Bionicle masks.
Yeah. Okay, so what are our questions? Will snacks be provided? No, but what was your line, Jacob?
We do provide Mac snacks, but that's it. That's why that was terrible.
I enjoyed it. Okay. It's gonna be hard for me to concentrate, but I have plenty of time.
All right.
What's going on? I really want to use these parts, and this is kind of a cool assembly for them. It's very simple.
Yeah.
If you keep your shapes simple, then that can make things a lot easier for you later on.
Right.
I'm not sure all these questions are serious questions.
Where are the questions? I can't see them.
You might be able to see them because I'm the leader of the stream. If I select a question, okay, then does it show
Oh,
up
I
for
see
you?
him. I see him.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to click on Q&A on the side.
Yeah.
We've never done this before, except for yesterday when we were testing it.
Yeah, it's quite an adventure.
It is. I have watched plenty of streams, but I've not streamed myself.
Juice
Oh,
box
okay, Simon's here.
is important.
Juice boxes seem important. I agree. Juice boxes are underrated. 'Cause it's like juice, except you basically can't spill it. So that's really a great invention.
Yeah, it would have helped me a lot last night, remember?
Right. He had to leave the test because he spilled orange juice all over the carpet.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. But I cleaned it, so it's all good.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm thinking something like this, like mega huge rear wheels or front wheels.
Okay.
Could also be interpreted as anti-gravity, so it could be kind of like an anti-grav race car.
Mm.
That could be cool. But I want to give it suspension, and that would be hard with this.
Yeah.
It's a little too long. The axles are a little too long.
Kind of lagging.
Yeah. How do I believe? It's a question by Lego Ma.K. I'm not sure what his Flickr name is. You guys done building it? It's been 10 minutes. I know. This is Lego. It's supposed to be fun. Can you break more of Evan's mugs? I don't think he let me have any other ones. Otherwise I could break them, yeah.
I like how the comments are upvoted. That's fun.
It is. What if you had like racing drones, like drone race cars?
Wait, what race cars?
Drone ones, like AI.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I like it because it doesn't make any sense, because I guess then it would be a programming kind
Yeah,
of
if you could
thing.
program the best driver.
Right. Like whatever that movie was where they were fighting robots.
Um,
It was interesting.
Real Steel. Or no, that wasn't AI though.
Yeah. Mm. So now I look at my reference material, because I'm trying to do this the easiest way possible. Yeah, that should be good. Okay.
You want to like turn the camera so we can see the builds better, or keep it like this for a while?
If you have something to look at, then yeah, turn it to the build. I just have this weird wheel assembly so
Okay.
far. So when I
I'm
get a
good.
little further,
I will have something worth showing momentarily.
okay.
All right, here's what I got. You guys can see it. It's going to be anti-gravity, I think, kind of like hovering above like that.
Yeah, okay. That's good. I like those pieces for the hovering part.
Yeah. And I have a bunch of this piece, so I'm trying to use it. If you can see it.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll just switch to my build now. It's a little too zoomed in. That's too bad. Maybe I have this. This is my greeble that I built the other day. I built it in September, and I'm a month early. I know that I can use it at some point.
Yeah, that is really cool.
It's just the pulley part in the middle between two of these new, which I had like never seen before Brick Fair.
Yeah.
Kind of void top parts.
Those are awesome. I wish I had more of those.
Yeah, I stole them from Simon, so. He gave them to me, okay? It's not stealing, technically. Yeah, I'm doing a very modular approach here, so I'm basically just making little assemblies I think look cool, and then I will try and make them into something cohesive at the end.
Yeah, I'm kind of just having a single thing and then kind of adding to it, so it's a little bit different approach.
Yeah, I'll probably get to that point in a second. Where is my brackets? So here, I'm trying to connect these two parts together.
Which parts?
That. The two
nice.
cockpits. But I have kind of a brick math problem at the end. So I think if I put these on and then just connect it to the 2x2, that should work almost perfectly.
Wait, what part is that in the middle?
It's the new weird brick math part. I don't know what to call it. It's not really
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Put that on the side. It's a very low profile way of connecting them together.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a cool part.
It is. That was the part where I was kind of like, wait, maybe Lego knows what they're doing after all. Because that really just making that part shows such an understanding of the problems you have when you build.
Yeah.
So it restored my faith in Lego. Alright, do you have any more questions? How do I believe? Well, you just kind of like close your eyes and just imagine it being real. YouTube stream is slightly ahead of Google Plus. Okay, that's useful to know. But you can't ask questions on there.
Huh.
How do I sort my bricks and why? That's kind of a good topic. Right now, I'm trying to sort by color because that's how I'm building. So you can see here, just to start the build, I got out a couple different color bags. Yeah, so I got my earth orange, and then I got sand purple, which is almost like only two different kinds of pieces. Giant dark brown bag, which I hope I'll be able to actually use. And then my olive bag, which is some really good MAC parts. I think olive is what I'll be going with next here. But I need more gray. And the thing is, I don't have my grays sorted by color. Like gray, dark gray, light gray, black, and white are all on the same bag.
Huh. Yeah, I actually.
You can use those on any mod, basically.
But for like the rare colors like olive and sand and stuff like that, those I actually sort by color. But the rest I do by type actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably because I don't.
slightly further.
It kind of depends on how much parts you have too. Like if you have a really large collection, it makes more sense to do it by color, I think. But if you're relatively small collection, I would do it by type.
Right. And then if you have a really, really large collection, you do it by type and color.
Exactly.
At that point,
Yeah.
it's kind of doomed either way.
This thing is not coming together that well. Let's see.
Okay, so now I have these parts, these arches, which are really cool. And if I could take them and put them around the cockpit like that, that would be sweet assembly. But it doesn't quite fit, so I'm going to have to fudge it somehow.
Yeah. Do you have any other like the half arches or like the quarter arches? Like that kind that work better, perhaps?
Not in this color, but I do have them in dark brown, I think. So maybe good to skip over. Yeah, I got sweet parts in dark brown. Let me see these. Cody Sanders is 5 minutes late and just wants to say hi. He has to leave. But I appreciate you trying to, exerting the effort to come at all. And hopefully next time we can see the whole thing. Because I'm hoping to do more of these. Like next week I might stream with Evan. Cool.
Right.
If he can figure out his end of it. See, now I don't want to dump these out. What is this?
All right, Simon's doing sorting poll.
Tracked vehicles. That would be cool. I don't know if much. American Carter goes more for anti-gravity. But yeah, track could be really cool. I just don't have those all the links that I need.
I thought I saw a tracked Mac vehicle. I might be wrong about that, but
You're probably right. I got these Ninjago trays. They're from the Ninjago board game at
oh yeah.
Brick Fair, and they're like the best sorting trays ever. They're really sturdy. They're nice size. Okay, yes, so I do have both the negative arch in dark brown, the lower side, and the positive arch.
Okay.
So
Wonder if that'll work.
something with these, yeah. But now I have to move to dark brown, and now the colors are too dark, and I need a lighter color.
What if you do earth orange as well as dark brown together? How's that look?
That's a good question. Might be a bit. They're a little too close, I think.
Yeah.
I'd probably be better off going with dark brown and olive or something like that.
That would actually look cool. I think dark brown and olive.
Yeah, it should look cool. glad I found somewhere to start here. 'Cause as you said, that's kind of the hard part. Just
Yeah.
getting an idea you're happy with. Unfortunately, I lack a lot of basic parts in dark brown.
You could have like a core of like black or something or gray, and then use the dark brown as like a cover almost as a shell.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely won't be able to use the whole thing in dark brown, so I probably should make it like the outermost layer. So now I have this kind of assembly, which is looser than I originally was thinking, but I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that could work.
Definitely viable, yeah. People want to delete their questions after they're answered. Yeah, I should. The way the system works is if I actually hit select and then hit answered, then it goes away. So I should do that. You're right. My methodology is flawed. So now, to show that I'm doing it correctly, I will delete that comment. The lovely sound of digging through bins of plastic bricks. It is very... Oh, Gabe's here. Great. No, Gabe. Upvote if you sort by color, +3. Upvote if you sort by element, +2. Well, I sort by both, as I believe many people do now. Where'd I get the shirt? Yeah, it's Bionicle 2015. I got it at New York Comic Con. I got invited because I have BZ Power connections. Basically. So is that going to be like a hover tank, Jacob, or more of a hover car, or?
Well, it looks like a tank, I think, but I kind of want to do a car with it if I can. See
Yeah.
if that happens.
What if you made it like a bus? Like a... That would be funny.
Well, it only has one person, so I don't think it would be a very good bus.
No, perhaps not. You could add like a whole upper deck, though. That could be cool. So, if I take that, put that, it fits perfectly between the wheels. That's nice. Actually. So like that, and then this kind of going through the frame. And that's starting to look good. But, yeah, I don't know, my camera angle is not, it's hard to get it right. I think I need to be slightly more off the ground. If I take this, might be a little bit better. easier. Okay, I think that's right. What I could also do is take one of my 8x8 dishes in dark brown and fill this with it. So that fits perfectly.
Oh.
I don't know if it shows up that well. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah, I can see it now, yeah.
And then that could be like some kind of hatch that could open or something.
Now you're thinking about play features?
You gotta think about play features.
Those are hard to build, though.
It is. But I'm a Bionicle guy, so I'm always thinking at least about posability, which is basically a play feature. Let's focus on building.
I'm not sure if this is how you do it, but what I tend to do is, like, I'll work on one part, and then I'll get distracted and work on another part of the model, and then come back to it and just be all over the place.
That's a good way of doing it, but I tend to like get hung up on a specific part, and then I try and finish that before I move on.
Huh.
Which is a good way of doing it. I should jump around like you do. Okay. So what I really want to do with this frame is kind of put these curvy parts and make it curve down in the front and in the back, or at least in the front. Kind of like Ryan's Starfighter telephone game Ma.K recently.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to like show things to the camera. But yeah, if you can make the front curve down, do it in some way it's not bulky, that would be really cool.
Is that a curve slope, or what is that part you had there?
It's one of the 4x2 half bows.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of nondescript. Half bows are cool. Another instance of Lego proving that they know what they're doing. You keep switching too fast. Yeah, I know, but it's better this way than a lot of people do it, which is they have like 8 people streaming, so it's like jumping between them crazily.
Switching too fast. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Exactly. Grant Davis knows exactly what's going on. It just goes to whoever is louder, basically. And since we're both being loud, because we both are sorting for parts, it doesn't really know what to do.
I think I'm going to work on the underside of mine a bit. That's usually the part that gets neglected.
Yeah. Simon was just saying how he talked to TARDIS Blue about how the underside of one of his starfighters was not that good. Because his starfighters are so complicated that there's basically no way that the bottoms can look good. But then the next year, he showed him his starfighter and the bottom was pristine. Simon was just kidding, so he's very impressed.
Yeah. I kind of doubt that he could do anything that was not impressive.
What was that?
I don't think he could do anything that wouldn't be impressive. His builds are insane.
He's the best builder. He's, I think, the best starfighter builder at the moment, which is pretty competitive.
Yeah, I wouldn't challenge that. That's pretty accurate. I'm thinking about adding a little splash of color here, which is always good. Maybe some blue or something.
Yeah, because you've got those warm colors. It's probably a good idea to add something cooler,
All right.
like blue. How are we doing for time? 36 minutes. Okay. I should
Something like
focus.
that with a blue slope or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and then if you had blue stickers, then you could like carry that out.
That's a good idea.
That would fit.
Oh, speaking of stickers, have you tried Cooperworks stickers?
No, I haven't. Who is he? He's like, he makes custom stickers for people, or he just makes ones that are useful for building, or?
I think he does custom, but he mostly does like production sheets of stickers in various genres.
Yeah. That sounds very useful if you are going the custom sticker route, which is fine. I mean, especially if you're doing something very specific, like Carl Graytrix's awesome F-16s, F-16 Phantoms.
Uh,
He had a uh, very specific source material that he was trying to render accurately.
all right, so here's what I have so far. I'm kind of thinking about moving the cockpit back a ways, perhaps, to kind of balance it out a little better.
Yeah, that would be cool. Or you could move it way up, but back is probably better.
Yeah, it gives like a faster vibe when you move it back.
Making it far up though might work because that gives it looks a little more intense when it's closer to the front.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Like that.
Yeah, or even like between the two central prongs, like not all the way up to the front, but like it doesn't look like
Something like
there's
that.
space. But
Yeah. I think that's about as far as I can go forward. Is right about there.
right, so then you do that and then put the spoiler all the way in the back. That could be cool.
Interesting. I like
But
that.
that's the kind of decision where you already have a cool model and it's just like how best to finish it.
Right. Yeah, I usually agonize over those decisions for a long time, making it just like perfect, even though it's already good enough.
Yeah. Oh, this dark brown is killing me. Chris Roberts needs more olive, don't we all? I have a pretty decent bag of it. I'm actually going to use these now. Dark brown and olive and light gray, I think, are my colors. So what is MAK? That is a good topic to cover.
All right.
It's Mashing-Krieger, which is this whole line of kits that this guy in Japan made. And it's kind of a World War II German style, but it's not just that. It's kind of Russian looking, and it's more greasy and gritty. And it's really cool.
How do you pronounce
And
it? I never knew how to pronounce it right.
Mashinen, I believe that's how you pronounce it, Krieger.
Moshinen Krieger. Okay.
I think that's it, but I may be wrong. I don't.
Maybe totally wrong. Everyone's laughing at you right now.
Yeah. This guy says, "Where's the sound?" Well, it wouldn't really help to answer that question because he can't hear me, evidently.
That's true. I think everyone else has sound. I haven't heard any other complaints, so it's probably something on his end.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, not hopefully that he doesn't have sound, but hopefully it's not a wider problem.
Right.
I think I'm gonna have to go back to Earth Orange because I don't know. I might just not have the parts to pull this off in Dark Brown. But these arches are sweet, so
That's the risk you take when you pick a rare color.
yeah, that's true. In this case, I'm picking between rare colors, so
That's true.
not a problem. Yeah, this is only showing like the edge of my desk. Maybe I should look at those more sideways. That's really disorienting.
You have a very clean desk there, I see.
Yeah. Well, I just dumped out this Earth Orange bag, which may have been a mistake. It was clean before I started.
Yeah.
It was clean after I cleaned it up, but before I made it messy again.
All right.
I promise.
I'm kind of a neat freak, so my desk is always like pristine after every build. I like sort everything and clean everything kind of obsessively.
But that doesn't interfere with your actual building. Like, it doesn't make it so you don't build because you'll have to clean it out.
Nope. Actually, I enjoy cleaning. I'm that much of a neat freak.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah. And like even if I'm building for a couple hours and then I'll stop for a few minutes for a break, or for a while for a break, and then come back, I'll actually clean up in between while I'm gone, because it has to be clean.
That's actually very practical because then you know
Yeah.
where all your parts are. And, it happens with me where I know I have a part, but I basically can't use it and it's useless to me because I don't know
Yeah.
what it is. Something like this now for the kind of cockpit area.
That's better. Went back to the old arches again.
Yeah, back to the old arches. Just really nicely. All those sorted 2x2 jumper plates. I have a lot in white from Pick a Brick, but I wasn't really paying attention to Jacob's parts there.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know how I got so many, but they're awesome part.
They are. Okay, I need a different color. Thinking white. Never hurts to add white, basically. See, now I need Earth Orange to take its place, and I have more, but not really enough. Okay, I thought you froze, but you're just standing there. Good.
All right, a Plastic Infinity says, "Are you going to keep the blue?" Yes, I do plan on keeping the blue. I think it looks good against the olive, the tan rather.
Yeah, I like it too. If you had light blue or something, might be even better.
Hmm.
But again, that's a rare color, so you're making an exchange there.
Right. I thought about using some pink because I think pink is kind of Mac-ish, but I'll make it work here.
Man, I know I have my parts. What if... the dark red. I can't use either of those at this point. I don't really want to do green. White. Because I figured out that I can use the gap created by these bows. I can put fins in there, and then I don't really have to deal with the problems of not having all the plates that I actually need. The basic plate.
Like fins or fins as like body parts?
Fins as like just fins on planes or cars.
Okay.
Kind of ornamental, but mostly functional parts. I really was planning on, actually I still am, planning on completing something presentable. But gotten off to a little bit of a slow start. So.
That is the goal, yes.
Right. Because then whatever we make here, we're giving out as a prize in the contest.
Well, you know what I was thinking? Even if we don't totally finish it during the stream, we can like polish it up afterwards, and then that could be the prize.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so now I have this assembly, which is pretty cool. And if I put that in the middle, it's pretty sweet. It might be better the other direction.
So is this going to be an aerial vehicle?
No, I think it's going to be a car.
All right.
Yeah. It's looking a little goofy right now. That really fits well. Keep it. Yeah, if I were more of a neat freak, maybe I could actually find my parts.
Yeah, that is nice, being able to know where your parts are all the time.
Yeah. With me, it's just a battle.
It's also a time thing, because sorting does take time.
It really does. But it takes more time if you can't find any of the parts that you actually need to build with. It takes the longest amount of time. Okay. Good stickerable surfaces here. Like I'll actually apply to that. See, now I'm tempted. I can add this third arch on here. It would make like a full cage, and then I could do a fin on the top, but it really kind of interferes with my plan. I don't know if I'll actually do that.
I like the cage idea though. That kind of works.
Yeah. That doesn't fit as well. Maybe I could put that on the bottom.
You don't want to obscure the pilot's vision.
Right, there's that too. I thought I was the only person who thought about things like that. Yeah, but the pilot is like looking around the central thing. But then there are actual planes and stuff that have dividers in the middle, so. Plus it could be like a pilot co-pilot thing if you're not actually having it fit a fig.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have trouble making a fig fit in mine. I don't know.
Yeah, it just would take more time. I'm sure you could do it.
That's always the hardest part for me is making a fig fit. I don't know why, I just struggle with that.
Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of fun to try and like make it fit in the smallest space possible, like I did on my Condor build.
Uh,
It was like there was no space at all. You had to take the whole thing apart to get him out, but it did fit a fig, so.
Still counts.
hmm Don't use the third arch. I think I'll use it, but only on the bottom, so you won't really be able to see it. I think that might become kind of the chassis. So I am not using it in the way that I planned, but I am going to use it.
Nice. Uh,
Oh, so much olive. It's not that much olive. You could probably buy more in one Bricklink order than all that, because I never made like a specific olive Bricklink order.
I've been kind of surprised at how quickly Olive has become available because so many sets are using it now.
Yeah, that's true. It's the nature of.
Especially like Ninjago and Shima.
Yeah, Tima's really went pretty crazy with it. I have that weird gopher set, like the saber-tooth gopher thing, and that has some really nice wedge plates and everything. Dark orange.
Okay.
But the set itself is not very good. I actually built it, because I actually bought it as a set, which is weird for me.
People still build sets? I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people still build sets, strangely.
I haven't built a set in so long. I buy a set and I cart it out. That's all I care about.
Yeah, I'm trying to build more sets because it really is helpful in terms of like figuring out how to build in easy ways.
Right.
Lego designers really are pros, and they figure out easy ways of doing things, which is nice.
Yeah, I've learned a few things from sets.
Yeah, I'm trying to build more sets. I built that set, and I was like, this isn't very good. So, we'll see. I can actually build it. Don't have any 4x1 white tiles left. This part, which is pretty cool and just as good, really.
That's a nice part. Yeah.
I bought a ton of these for my ship because when the sections come apart, it needs these.
Is it designed for easy disassembly?
Yes, which I have to make a video to go over, and I haven't gotten around to that because I'm not used to doing video. But whatever. Guess I gotta get over that. So I introduced white as kind of my easy color to use here because dark orange is really not easy.
Right.
And I'm kind of mixing them sloppily, so
You can always clean it up later.
yeah. I can always buy more earth orange parts.
Yeah.
Maybe what I actually need. Okay. Nick Vaz. What are those whip marks in the background? In the background of...
I think he means yours.
Well, this is the carcass of that set I was just talking about. And, yeah, it's pretty bad. Whip marks. Have some disassembled stuff, but no real marks. My real work in progress mark that I have right now is this guy. These are the super thin legs of a mech. I want it to be like a racing mech of some kind. So it has like these flaps that can come out for braking and turning and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, I really like it, and the color scheme is going to be awesome. It's like yellow, metallic silver, dark gray, and teal. Oh, that's hard to beat.
It's hard to beat anything with teal. Teal is a win-all color.
Yes, it's like a cheat code of Lego.
Yeah.
Deploy teal.
Yeah, exactly.
I really don't want to deal with the math of making this fit together. Maybe it's not as hard as I'm thinking of it.
Hmm. Kind of considering changing the shape of this, actually. Um, I'm thinking about removing, like I had these on the front at first. I might just actually remove them entirely and make that the front.
Okay. Yeah, that's
It's
a
almost
very
Starfighter. That
classic kind of shape. What if you put
yeah.
those on the back, but you had them sideways, pointed inward? Like
Huh.
that. Yeah, that would be sweet. Because those
That is a good
parts,
idea.
yeah.
I will try that.
Need more brackets. When Lego Junkie came over to my house at Brick Fair and was building, he's like, "Where's your brackets drawer?" And I'm like, "I don't have a drawer of brackets. I have like a small bag of them."
What?
Because I come from a Bionicle background, so I had to build my bracket collection very carefully.
Those are like the best parts, though. I have a whole set of drawers. Right here, this is all brackets. Of
Yeah,
like
that makes sense.
inverted brackets and upside down brackets and all that.
It's pretty good.
They're essential for smart building.
Lego has so many brackets now. Here you go. Somebody
How's
should
that
keep
look?
count of. Okay, so what I would do is I'd make them further out so that their outside edge matches with the outside edge of the front one.
Okay. Yeah, I might try that.
Yeah, it might be better. So Davis says somebody should keep count of legit builds that have come from Simon jokingly challenging someone. Yeah, that is probably a significant number at this point.
Hmm. Putting these sideways is it makes a whole bunch of more difficult brick math I have to deal with now. Thanks to you.
Yeah, that's true. But it should look awesome, so.
If you just keep things studs up, for the most part, that stays easy. But now it's getting crazy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There you go.
I think I'll just put those aside for now.
Okay, I have a ton of these parts, which are kind of a Mac specific part.
In dark orange?
Yeah.
Nice. I don't have any. That's nice part.
Yeah. I haven't found them very useful before, but for this, I think they will serve me well. Let's see. As it stays together.
I think antennae are also a very Mac type of thing. So
Yeah, I
integrate that somewhere.
I don't really have that many of the skinny antennae, but I can use bars and stuff to make it cool. See, now that's a cool assembly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
thanks. So I can take that, put it in there, like that. We have something interesting.
Now you're getting there.
It just sits in there. I guess I have to find a way to connect it, and I can't just let it stay. I have an hour left.
All right.
Get some more questions. What is my favorite part to use? The correct part for the situation. In real answer would be hard. I like dishes now. Like big dishes are cool. I guess large parts would be my favorite type of parts.
Huh.
Because when you put on a large part, you really affect the whole build.
Well, that kind of makes sense that you would say that, given your bionicle background or your construction background.
Yeah.
I tend to go with small parts as favorite parts because I do micro scale a lot.
Yeah. Oh, I should put in some Technic panels. I have a whole box. See, now I have a whole box of Technic panels, which most people I'm sure do not have. Okay,
Nice.
but they're not that easy to use. Really. This is a good opportunity for them.
I'm considering doing a split spoiler, something like that. I don't know.
That'd be cool. You could do, I don't know, you could do like the whole rear section of an F-16 where they have like the two wings going down on either side and then the two angled out and upward.
Okay.
They have like four fins at a slightly acute angle. So you could make it just a right angle the whole outward slightly. That would work.
Okay. Hmm.
Get away with using here. I also have this whole tray. Let me show the camera of Technic parts sorted perfectly.
Nice.
And it's almost all Technic. There's some system stuff in there for clips and Technic bricks and stuff, but it's almost all Technic. Because it used to be that I didn't really use much system at all. But that was then.
So you basically started integrating system into your abstraction stuff, and then from there went more to system, or?
Yeah, because it's really hard to build with only Bionicle. Threatenance comes from Bionicle, and he has almost totally changed over. He still uses Technic for what Technic is good for, but otherwise it's basically all system.
Okay.
So like his frames are still Technic, and he can really work well with Technic, but his aesthetics are almost all. His outer pieces are almost all system. But with these new Bionicle parts, well, okay, the new Bionicle parts are not that useful because they're basically Hero Factory parts.
That's what I noticed. Kind of, they look more like Hero Factory than the old Bionicle.
Yeah, because they're using the Hero Factory frames. So.
Okay. Ever seen this part?
Does it have 2 clips on the back?
Nope.
It's just a 2x3 tile.
What it is Cooper Works, the same guy who does the stickers.
Yeah.
He sells these on his store. I think it's just the 2x3s with the clips removed cleanly. So it works as a 2x3 tile.
All right.
But it's not purist, so.
No.
Sorry, guys.
Nobody really cares. I mean, if it makes the Mach a lot better, you can look at it kind of like, if I were Lego, would I make a new part for this? And if it's something where you really need a new part, and there's no other way to do it, then that's one thing. But if you're just randomly using parts from Lego, then it's a little less cool.
I will confess, one time I used glue as a construction element, like, because I couldn't get it to work in that shape, so I actually glued them together.
Right, but see, there you must have had a very specific idea that you were trying to execute. Right?
Yeah, actually.
So that's different from like what we're doing now, which is just kind of following the assemblies and the parts.
It was this car. There's a 2x2 dish inside the wheel that it wouldn't. There's no other way to get it in there, so I did glue it. But kind of a shame to admit it, but.
I've never done something like that, but if I really was trying to do something like with Portal, the Portal project, really, we made some custom parts there because we felt that we needed them. We should do them. Because, like, a portal gun. You can't really build a portal gun.
Yeah.
It's going to look like a portal gun. So, we're just making our own.
I like how you guys used the same part for the gun and the turrets. That was really clever.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was... I'm not sure whose idea that was. It may have been Nick's idea, because he really looked at the source material and saw the similarity.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, but then I think I figured out that you could actually use the legs of the turret were similar to the prongs of the gun.
Nice.
Okay, so now we have this little kind of go-kart thing, and I guess I need some kind of front wheels. But the wheels spin.
Okay.
Anti-grav dishes or whatever. I just need to attach on this cockpit element, which may be a problem. If I use a clip, then at least I don't have to make the odd to even stud transition, which I really don't want to do.
Right.
to speed. Yeah, but that's a stupid little switch. Use those white marks in the background. I should be careful. Yeah. So what? Do you have like an actual favorite part, Jacob, that is more specific than just like a family of parts?
That is tough. There is a lot of like really good parts, so it's hard to say. I mean, if I had to pick, it would probably be a Travis brick,
Yeah.
because for microspace, especially, those are indispensable.
Right. I used all those on my ship. Okay, this will work. As long as it doesn't show, I can use black on this. As long as it doesn't show much, I can use black on this. I'm trying to keep this really simple. I don't know if that's really good for the Mac look since it's kind of an overcomplicated thing.
As long as you have a few agreeables in there.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So I need to put on random connection points so I can put on agreeables, which I have not really been doing.
The problem with mine is it's kind of a sleek design, so I'm trying to figure out a way to add agreeables without like destroying the sleek thing.
Yeah. Well, right. I'm just going to add a bunch of open clips on now so that I can put on tubing and bars and stuff as greebles later. Should be cool. Use the Bionicle katanas. You know, they're here in Earth Orange. I have them from Jealous Ducko. So I might end up doing that, believe it or not.
What part is that?
It's this. This is the joke. Is it's Simon's seed part from Iron Builder that he hated,
Oh yeah, yeah.
or that maybe he didn't hate, but it was kind of a tough request to.
Well, I think after any iron builder, you're gonna hate the part, no matter how good of a part it is.
That may be true. Have you ever done Iron Builder, Jacob? I don't think you have.
No, I haven't. No.
Okay.
I don't know if I even want to, because that is tough.
It's pretty serious, yeah.
I don't know if I'm that dedicated.
Okay, so I improved the structure. I have a mount for my front axle. I'm making progress.
Yeah.
I figured out that you should basically always tilt your chassis forward because it makes whatever you're building look cooler. So like rather than have it level like this, you just make the wheels in the back super large and mount them low, and then tilt the whole thing. And it looks a lot cooler. It's kind of like making things off the grid for building system houses and stuff.
Okay.
The same idea, but it's vertical.
Kind of like a dragster.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I did for my car that I built for TT Games.
Oh, what's that story? I never heard about that.
Well, I applied for the job because they had a job opening that opened up, and it was posted on the Brothers Brick So I just applied and I got to the testing phase, which is pretty good.
Uh-huh.
And I built that Joker car and a tree. And
Okay.
my Joker car was this crazy, like, hot rod thing that was pretty cool, in my opinion, but I didn't get to the next phase, which is fine, because I don't really need to move to England right now.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know who actually ended up getting that job. There were a couple other people who were in the running. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do here is just use bar clips and hollow one studs, because I'm going from an anti-stud connection to a clip connection.
Anti-stud clip. Yeah.
So do that little assembly.
That's the 1x1 round, right?
Right.
That part is so awesome. I've used it. It's great.
It is. But wait, I'm giving this mock away. I can't use good pieces like this. Please. No, but if I can use a part, then I should just use it. I don't build nearly enough, so it's more an issue of actually getting use out of my parts than hoarding them.
Right. One part I really wish existed would be this part in like not upside down,
Yeah?
because
Oh, like a positive boat stud.
that would be the perfect Mac part.
That's true. Like an inverted boat stud is what you want. Which
Yeah,
is
that's what I want. But
already inverted.
yeah.
It's gonna be a little bit messy, but it'll be fine. No more katana, Simon was saying. Well, I guess the video is working, and I guess the sound is working. I am satisfied. Now if I can actually build something, then it will be perfect. I need to leave an opening for a spoiler of some kind.
One thing I actually do a lot, I don't know if you've ever done this, but if you have a build that's symmetrical, I'll actually change one side to a new idea I have, and then see if it works by comparing it to the other side, which is still the old version.
I think I have done that, and it's pretty cool if you're building something that works for.
Yeah.
That kind of thing is really important for Bionicle. Repeating one side again. Like legs, arms, feet, hands, it's all. Unless you do like Retinus does now, where you build it statue style.
Uh-huh.
So it's not posable and the sides are not symmetrical.
That would seem to be an extra challenge.
He says, well, yeah, for a normal person, but he says it's more fun because you don't have to spend the time repeating, which is boring, and it makes it so you have to worry about parts. Because if I use 2 of a part for the side, I better have 2 more for the other side.
Because, as I understand it, in Bionicle, like adding one part is like adding a bunch of parts in the system because each part plays a bigger role.
Yeah, there's that, but you also need to duplicate whatever you do. Like if you're building a hand and you use 4 bar clips, then you need to do 4 more bar clips on the other side.
Yeah.
Give example. Because natural hands pretty much always use bar clips. Alright, this is not going to be extremely stable, but it will hold together. I can probably do better than this. Now, it's all connected up. I have my little go-kart thing. Those pins, I'm not super pleased with anymore. Maybe if I pointed them in the other direction. Because
Okay.
I put them kind of the aggressive way because I thought I was going to lean it forward a lot. Plus, it's like too close to the ground to even... Okay, I can still lean it forward, but not much. So how's your thing doing?
I'm kind of stalling right now. I need to figure out the details at this point, I think. Because the shape is pretty much there.
I see you added jets on.
Yeah. Like underneath the spoilers.
Yeah. Nice. Are those... What are... Can I see those spoilers? Like what... Is that a 2x4 tile with...
2x3.
Oh, right.
And then it's got these things on the end.
Yeah, I love those. I should try and...
At Brick Fair for the bingo thing, they gave me like a whole bag of those.
Oh, yeah, you got lucky. Often they're not nearly as cool a color as that.
Yeah, I saw a lot of brown triangles.
Yeah, those are quite common. What if I did something like that? Is that too lazy?
Wait.
Kind of a nice shape. It doesn't transition perfectly.
You could maybe like use that and then put something kind of over it. Maybe like using hinges and stuff. You could kind of like wrap something over the front as well to make it more detailed.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. Here are clips. I think Architect at Brick Fair did something similar. My clips super well sorted, so... Still have 35 minutes. I should be able to finish up. Ooh, no more katana. So now do I have to use a katana? I think that it would be good, but... Sure, the aesthetic is not perfect. I will say that. What was that, Jacob?
What if you like tacked the katana on as a wing or something?
I could do something like that.
Even though it doesn't have wheels. Yeah.
They can have wings and wheels. Doesn't matter. Yeah, this camera angle is really weird now. It's like too close. Now you can count. Right now I'm making this section as Jacob suggested.
That might work.
Yeah. And I think I should be able to include olive on here, but it might be too late to put olive on. So we will see. At some point, we reach a stage where if you put on another color, it's just going to look inconsistent.
Yeah, that's usually the case.
What Lego is good at doing is making things so structurally they generally stay together. Like the details might come off, but the whole build is not gonna like fragment if you drop it.
Yeah.
Which means you have to take it apart in a very specific order to even get it apart. Like my ship, which is so stable that it's like hard to take apart unless you do it the exact right way. $300 light blue 1x1 bricks. Well, I'm pretty sure you might be able to use those for water if you were going for a really kind of general approach, like not trying to make it super realistic.
Are those 1x1 round bricks or square? Because that would change my answer.
I think he means square. So what would your answer be if they were square?
Tron.
Yeah.
That's my thing, Tron. So I would definitely that's what I would do with it. But water is a good idea.
So as much as I don't like these parts, they do fit very nicely into that curve.
That looks very Mac to me.
Yeah, thanks. That's good. I was worried that this might not end up looking much like Mac. Yeah, I have to do some kind of transition.
I have the same concern, but I think I'm kind of in the Mac aesthetic.
Yeah, you're getting there.
It is my first time building Mac. Is it your first time also building Mac?
Basically, I built some at Brick Fair.
Okay.
But beyond that, I mean, no, of course not. I'm super experienced. I can teach people how to build Mac. No, that's Logan. Logan can actually teach people how to build Mac.
I'm kind of sad I missed that part where he was teaching people that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. Can't remember all his rules, but one of them is that it needs to be gray, but gray can't be the main color.
Okay.
So I'm good on that score. I could use more gray, probably.
I have seen Mac in another color besides gray. I've seen like all white or all tan, even
Yeah.
yellow actually.
Yeah. But I think that for really general Mac, it's good to have Good to have gray. Because it's kind of like diesel punk, really. A very specific color. This was brought to you by Hefty. This is like my favorite bag. These quart zip bags are awesome.
Yeah.
They're so easy to close and open compared to the ones without the lock on them. Okay.
I've never actually tried that kind with the lock, but it seems like it would be good.
They're really good, especially if you don't use many drawers. Like I don't really have. I only have a couple. I have one set of little drawers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I really rely on bags. Is that the right kind of tire? Because it really is not staying together. I'm trying to do this technique where you connect these two things together, but maybe too bulky.
Yeah, I never tried that.
Yeah. I was reminded of it because we were talking about Frick Fair.
Oh.
And that was something that we talked about there. I think it was Logan who really showed it to us. But yeah, do we have any more questions? No, just boo, more katana. No more katana. I was planning on not building anything Ma.K this year, but you guys are changing my mind. Yeah, that's good. It's always very nice looking. Shameful, Jacob. That must have been in context. Oh, because you're using those 2x3 tiles.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe you should actually make them when you, since you work at Lego.
Right.
I don't know why they haven't made that yet.
The 4x4 wings. You know, I'm gonna do that because it's not working. I could take them out entirely and add greebles there, which is that's what I should do. Yeah. All right. I'm switching them out for greebles. Let's go.
I am really stuck on this.
What part?
Just the whole thing. I mean, it's kind of there. I just need to detail it, but that's where I'm sticking.
Yeah. Well, just pull out some bars and stuff and try and attach them. I mean, if you're just talking about greebling, it's not really a fine art. Well, okay, greebling is a fine art. What am I saying?
I actually don't. I haven't built much greebles in the past. It's actually kind of a foreign idea to me, so that's why I'm having trouble.
Oh, okay.
I guess my builds tend to be pretty sleek on greebles.
Yeah. Yeah, you do a good job of keeping it simple. It's kind of the opposite of greebling.
Yeah.
And I always had the problem of making things too complicated. Because if you make them too complicated, you basically can't finish whatever you're working on. Or you bring it to a convention and it won't stand up.
Yeah.
Either way, not particularly pleasant. We have 8 viewers right now. I haven't been keeping an eye on it. But that's pretty constant. What?
Did we hit 10?
I don't know. We probably did.
Because that was what I was estimating. But...
Okay. It's a good estimate.
All right. Someone says, who is Logan? Logan is Captain Infinity on Flickr.
Yeah. He knows all about like the different M.A.K. models, actual models. He owns some of them, I believe.
Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah, so he really knows what he's doing when it comes
Okay.
to M.A.K. All right, so I ditched the fins, and it is significantly better, I think.
Yeah, I think it flows better.
Yeah, those were not a great idea, probably. And now I have those, those clips open, which I can greeble on. These are my favorite greebling piece right now. These little piston parts.
Oh yeah, I love those.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
That's a pretty new part too, right? Last couple of years or so.
Yeah. Very handy.
I wonder if I can actually use that. Let's see. How do you feel about showing exposed studs?
I'm actually a big fan of exposed studs.
Okay.
Because, like, I don't know, I feel like it's Lego and you shouldn't really be ashamed of that. So, just show studs, show anti-studs. Rarely does it actually detract from the build. You might not feel good about it, but it doesn't actually hurt you. So. And people who are really good,
What's that?
people who are really good show studs all the time, like Lego Holic and Bruce Lowell.
Uh,
They purposefully make you show that they're building with Lego.
hadn't thought about it that way, but it makes sense.
Yeah. It's like a branding thing for them. When they're doing commissions, a big part of what they're doing is building Lego versions of things. So it's kind of against the point to make it look exactly accurate.
Uh,
It gets a little meta. Because it's like, I'm trying to make it as accurate as possible, but in a way you don't want to.
huh.
Alright, whoever gets this thing officially doesn't have permission to snap it for parts, because I'm using some good parts in here. So I'm using this technique where I attach pins, any kind of pin, that's really not in focus, onto the edge of a 4x4 dish.
How stable is that?
Well, it depends. I think it's stable enough for what I'm doing, but it depends on the pin. So like this one pin is loose and the other one is pretty stable.
Okay.
I may need to pull out a bunch and see which ones are good. Let's see if these are too long. You can attach two dishes together if you like align both of them with those. Or not that particular piece, but normal pins, not stud pins. But it's a good technique. might be better off with just entrapping something instead, because it kind of needs to be stable if I'm moving it away.
So I'm trying to figure out how to add some greebles. So I started throwing some stuff on this gray area, but I'm kind of worried that it's breaking the sleek look, which, yeah.
But that's fine. You just have to make it so there are sleek areas and non-sleek areas, right?
With a solid distinction between them.
Yes. So, like, you might want to use, since light gray is already part of your color scheme, maybe it would be better if you use dark gray greebles. So that would kind of set them apart. I don't know. Or even black greebles.
Yeah, I didn't realize how bad I am at greebling until tonight, because I've never really tried it before, actually. I just tend to make everything so sleek.
Yeah. There are different kinds of greebling. I mean, like on my, I haven't done that much. I haven't worked that much in space, so I haven't done that much greebling per se. But like on my Condor, I had just a little bit, just some pretty subtle greebling. Okay, so I'm thinking that I'll put this whole assembly on the front.
Okay.
It's kind of weird, but I guess white is part of my color scheme now, so it's fine. And then if I can attach that like that, kind of makes sense. But this needs like an amazing engine, like a huge greebly engine. Like this is probably not going to work, but something along these lines.
Okay.
Looking good, guys. Thanks. Brick A. I'm glad. I think I'm streaming in 720p, but I don't know if that's actually showing up. Wait, what? You're not done yet? Gosh, I ate dinner in the time and you didn't build your mock. Yeah, I know, it takes time. It's like the work of art. Leonardo da Vinci spent 17 years on the Mona Lisa, so if I can make something in 2 hours, I'm happy.
Yeah, 2 hours is a pretty short build time for me. It's usually more like 4 or 5, depending on the size, of course.
Yeah. With me, it can easily get out of hand and just never end,
Yeah.
which is a problem.
All right, Nick says use some flags.
That is good advice. My white flag collection. I'm just not exactly sure how to use it here. I'll figure it out. I will use spikes. I can do that. Use some flags. This is good general advice.
It is a good part.
Yeah. It's a lot like road signs, which you're already using.
Oh, that's right.
It's basically the same part.
Actually, that gives me an idea. Interesting.
Okay. I do something different. It has to stay together, but it doesn't have to actually be sturdy, right?
Exactly.
I'll be giving it away to whoever wins the contest, and they should know what they're doing. And when it breaks into a million pieces, they can fix it.
You would hope.
Yes, I trust them, whoever they are.
All right, so your road flag comment gave me an idea. Road sign. I thought of a different idea for the spoiler with the triangles instead of the squares.
Oh, that's really nice.
I don't know if the squares are better or
No, I like the triangles.
really.
You probably don't have them in light gray, though.
White, yellow, and brown.
I think you can probably use yellow or brown. White, maybe not.
It's still a bit too harsh, the white.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of attached to the square ones, but I'll try it.
Yeah. Okay. These pieces are just lifesavers.
Technic bricks, 2x1.
Yeah. The 2x1 with the axle hole instead of the pinhole. The pinhole ones are good, but the axle hole ones are way better.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to use these as a mount for my engine. Epic bag of olive. Yeah, I wish I could have gotten olive in here. But bit of a problem. Advice, very good advice. You can put no time limit on your building time. Well, I don't know. I think it's a good thing to do. Because if you don't have a time limit, then it can go on forever. And if you're ever like trying to get a job building with Lego, you really need time limits. You need to be able to work with time limits. So.
Really? I didn't realize they did that.
Well, I mean deadlines in general.
Okay, so yeah.
Typically, like, you need to be done in 2.5 hours, but
Yeah.
you need to be able to build on demand. So.
Sure.
Plus, it's good just for competitive things in general. I always like to make things more competitive.
I wish we had a poll feature on this. That would be nice because I could like ask people which option they like better on the build.
You could do that. Well, if you ask 2 questions, then people can upload different ones.
I'm kind of stuck on the triangle versus the square spoiler.
Yeah. I don't know. The square one is chunkier, but the triangle one flows better.
I almost like the fact that it doesn't flow though, because like it almost I don't know. Sometimes contrast is good in that way.
Yeah. Wow, we have a ton of questions. There's no way I can read all because it doesn't show me new questions.
Okay.
It just shows me the top voted ones. So let me go through. Boo, no more katana. I will see if I can work that in. Have either of you been interviewed by Beyond the Brick? I'm pretty sure Jacob has, right?
Nope.
No? Okay, well, I definitely haven't, so no. Grant Davis may be able to hook us up.
They did ask me once, but I declined for now, but I'm thinking about maybe doing it later. I don't know.
It's good if you want to build your reputation. It's probably a good experience in general, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, I had this awesome idea. I would use Travis bricks. I know I have a ton of do have a ton of traffic. Let's just clear out. A-frames, that's what I need to use here. I don't know where or how, but A-frames are always good.
All right, Nick says triangles for sure. I don't know.
I like the triangles, but I think the question is what color are you comfortable with?
That's the biggest thing probably that's bothering me is the fact that they're brown.
Yeah.
Because the brown and the blue just don't go well together.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, you kind of muddied your color scheme, but it doesn't really hurt anything. Okay, I had this really cool idea for an assembly. If I can just find the parts, it should make an awesome engine.
Have you done the front wheels yet?
What?
Have you done the front wheels yet?
No, I should probably figure that out.
Eventually.
I can use these or something. Maybe I can do like a big solid front wheel and make it a trike. Like that.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Might be a little more fun.
Or are you planning on concealing it kind of partially underneath that curve thing on the front, or?
I was thinking of having it more exposed, like a dragster, but if I'm doing these two put together, that might not be a good idea. Yeah, that kind of integrates well, but I'm not sure that I can really do that.
I would almost go smaller with them.
Smaller?
Like, because if you think of a drag racer, the wheels on the front are really tiny.
Yeah. Well, then I might have to use actual wheels.
Imagine that, actual wheels.
I know I have some nice light gray wheels in the basement, but I don't have them up here. I'm gonna technically need my birthing score. Okay, I need a bag of clips and stuff. Very important bag. Upvote if you sort by color and element. I would upvote, but I can't. I like sleek builds, but I don't really like it when people get that look with just a bunch of big pieces. I don't know. That can be a really fun way to build.
You mean like these pieces, Simon?
I think that was great.
Oh, that sounded like a subtle poke at me.
Well, I'm using big parts too.
That's true.
It is definitely easier, but I feel like it's kind of like painting with a large brush in Photoshop or whatever. It's harder and it gets kind of a cooler look if you can do it successfully.
Yeah, if you can integrate a large part really well, that will get you a point.
Yeah. But yeah, if anybody has negative comments as well, that might be useful.
Constructive criticism.
Yes. I just saw an all-green model. I use mass amounts of 1x1 tile in light play for my beaten-up jungle paths. Grant Davis. You're awesome, beaten-up jungle paths.
That was pretty cool.
I think we are kind of getting ignored here. Yeah. Next time I will be better about questions. It's a little bit tough. So I'm trying to actually build. Yeah, so now we're down to 5 minutes of building time. What is your opinion on magenta? You asked that question just to get me started. Magenta is one of the best colors that Lego has, in my opinion. It is an actual primary color, unlike you know, whatever, some of the other colors that people like. Magenta's a really strong color. It's really cool. Yeah, I don't think we'll be done at the 2 hours. We should be done soon after, and I'll just leave the stream around. You can just go a little long. But by 10:30, we should definitely be done. Sound reasonable, Jacob? So Jacob, when do you think you'll be done?
I am kind of done right now. I mean, it's not perfect, but I'm kind of stuck. So
Okay.
I'm pretty much at this point.
A little more time, but we should be done soon.
Are there any questions we haven't answered?
I'm sure there are. There are like 50 questions. I didn't expect nearly this many questions. I was not prepared.
That's good. It means we have participation.
Yes, I agree. Just wish that I'd been able to participate better.
I don't think I have the option of selecting a question,
Okay.
but I can just answer them as they are. It's fine. How am I supposed to pick between this and football? That's an easy choice. Lego.
Right.
There is no choice. I will never glue. Yeah, I don't think I will either. That was a weak moment.
Who's switching the cameras? A magical elf. Google elf.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. Just they just switch out automatically. Doesn't do a great job, but it's fine. Sorting out my ship is taking nearly as long as it did to build it. Yeah, I have not gotten there yet. I'm gonna leave my build for about a year so I can bring it to all the cons.
Yeah, same
And
here.
then I'm gonna tear it apart.
How long do you usually tend to keep builds?
Some builds I basically keep forever because I don't build that much, so there's not a huge demand on my parts.
Right.
But ideally, I would leave it built for a year and then sell it, give it away, or just tear it down.
Okay.
I feel kind of bad bringing things conventions over and over, but the kids don't care. You've bought it a bunch of years, so it's kind of hard to justify taking it apart. Like my snake, I built that
Right.
4 years ago. Bring it to every convention, and kids are always excited by it. So even though I'm sick of it, they still like it. That's fine. Alright, so what I'm basically simulating here is this part, except with the clips perpendicular to these clips. So they're all pointing vertically, basically.
Okay.
I'm doing it with
I
Travis
didn't even
clips
see
and
that
these.
part.
You've never even seen it? Yeah, it's kind
Is
of
that a
an
new
epic
part?
part.
Okay.
Relatively. Last
Okay.
couple years.
That's really cool.
It's
Nice.
pretty cool. Don't want to make the engine black. That's not gonna work for me. I have to do something weird here.
I think we have an uninvited guest here.
Uninvited guests.
No cats allowed on the building table.
No. So how does it work to be a clean freak and have cats?
Cats are pretty clean.
That's
Cleaner than
true.
dogs.
If you take care of their messes correctly.
Yeah.
If they're well trained, let's put it that way.
My cats are actually trained to use the toilet.
Oh, okay.
That's really nice because you don't have to clean the litter box. It's just
Yeah,
awesome.
I didn't realize that was a thing.
Yeah, you like buy this thing that you put on your toilet, and it's like a kit that you buy, and you train them, and it's yeah.
That's pretty cool. I guess I'll just get a cat now because it's no trouble basically.
All right, Amos says, how would dark blue look with your dark orange and white color scheme, John?
It would look good actually, because I don't have a cool color. You're right.
You
You're
need
totally right.
something vibrant, maybe.
Yeah, I think maybe a color more like light blue might be good. Because the dark orange is pretty dark. So if I had dark blue with dark orange, that might be too dark.
It helps that you have white in there to kind of brighten things up a bit.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't have a lot of white. It's really a pretty sloppy. But I built it in 2 hours. I can clean it up later. All good.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do probably. I'm going to take another pass at it later.
Yeah. So we can post that on our streams, and nobody will know that it was originally messy.
Yeah, they would have seen it.
Except for the 8 viewers that we have.
The very special elect. What is the kitty's name? His name is Milo.
Kind of a good name for a cat.
Yeah, I like it.
That's the name of the kid in Korra, right?
I haven't watched the show. No, I don't know. Is it?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's kind of hard to watch, but it's fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty stuck on this. Anything I try to add just doesn't really work for me.
Well, maybe it's on then. Okay, so this is supposed to be my awesome engine assembly.
That's the biggest problem is right now.
Um,
You what?
my awesome engine assembly is totally the wrong color. But besides that, it's pretty cool. It's just a bunch of tiles attached to clips on Travis bricks. So like,
Okay.
and it's a little crooked right now. I can figure it out. So then if I put that like kind of on the underside or something like
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it would be good if it was light gray. But I might need a totally different solution because I'm out of light gray tiles in that color.
I have some here. You can just take these ones, right?
Yeah, just poke them into your webcam.
Yeah.
See what I can do. Well, let me quickly get some front wheels on here, and then I'll call it a night.
All right.
And then I'll obsess for the next 3 hours, everything perfect.
Probably the same here.
Camera off. What was that?
I forgot about stickers. I should add some of those.
Yeah. Well, did you see that cool tutorial somebody posted?
I don't know who that was, but somebody.
Yeah, some weird dude. It's hard to build under pressure even when you have your whole collection. Because you feel like your standard should be just as high, but at the same time, you can't really do it. So.
Yeah, sure.
Time to lower my standards as low as possible.
So I have some blue Exoforce stickers here. Those are always good.
Oh yeah, and that matches your colors.
It's actually weird though. It's like a weird like purplish blue.
Oh, is it that blue-violet color?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Hmm.
I gotta replace this thing too. Just have to tear the whole build apart. Yeah, I think I'll do that later. But I will do it. See, I just need to. See this white brick here? It's a Technic brick. If I made
Yeah.
that too long Technic brick, then it could overlap this and it would be a lot more structurally stable because this is just built up now. It's only connected at the bottom, right here. So if I had this, then it would be sandwiched between, and that would be super strange.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Ninjago doesn't have much olive. Makes sense. It's probably from about an hour now. Yes, it has become blatantly obvious that no self-respecting Mac builder can be without dark play cockpits from that Superman set. That is the truth. What is your favorite theme to build in? Really, I don't know. Maybe space now, because space is really kind of relaxing in a way to build. Because you're kind of building from your imagination and nobody can really criticize, so it's not as stressful as building from source material or something like that.
So basically, you're saying space is lazy,
Well,
which I kind of agree with you.
I think space is easier than a lot of other ones.
It's true.
But if your standards are super high, like TARDIS Blue or someone, then it's definitely just as difficult.
That's true.
But you can get away with a lot building space. That is true.
Yeah, I really like the freedom of building with space. There's, you can do pretty much any shape and color you want as long as it looks good, and call it space.
Right. And whenever I come up with like a stupid technique or assembly that there's basically no point to, I'm like, I can use it for space.
Yeah.
Because it's just abstract. So, that's nice. Okay. This is going to have some strange posability, which maybe I can call play features later, but right now it's just laziness. That's cool. Alright. Awesome. Alright, we are nearing the end here. Definitely in sight.
I have this sticker sheet from, I think it's Anakin's Pod Racer. It's got a lot of blue and gray and symbols and stuff, so I think that would be perfect for this.
Yeah, that's really nice. Those Star Wars sticker sheets are a little expensive.
Yeah. I have sticker sheets for a lot of stuff that I never bought, thanks to Bricklink.
Yeah. Thanks to the power of Bricklink. What would we do without Bricklink? We'd just like build sets, basically.
Pretty much.
this is very much my take on Ma.K. It's not really solid Ma.K.
I was reading on the some Mac forum. I think they call that Like Mac. The term they use for it.
Mac-like. Similar, but not actually. Okay, 12 minutes into overtime. I'm just attaching this front axle, so. I don't know, I feel kind of like it shouldn't have a front axle and it should have some kind of really levitating thing, like a pod racer in the front, but. Well, let's just put on a front axle. I hope that everybody has enjoyed watching us struggle to build Mac for 2 hours. I'm sorry I didn't answer more questions, but I will do better next time. Should be good enough. You'd think by now I could just get the correct size axle the first time and I wouldn't have to like use 50 of them.
You have them sorted nicely, right?
I do. I have them sorted very nicely. It's just I didn't measure, and it's kind of a weird situation.
Oh yeah.
So first I took an 8 long, and then I took like a 10 long, and I was like, that's still not long enough, and I need a 12 long. But meanwhile, I've reached the stage of building where you no longer pick parts up after you drop them. Leave them on the floor.
Yep.
And get a new one.
It's that time of night. It's that late.
Yes. Alright, well that looks like something.
You put them on the sides in the end, looks like?
What?
You put the front wheels on the sides? I see.
Yeah, yeah. Just, I think it's kind of a cool assembly. Maybe I should make them face the other way.
I don't know.
So then they'd be bending away more and be less integrated, kind of.
Yeah.
This fell off a while ago. I did not bother to replace it. I'll be using that technique because it's too hard. Right, well, be happy with that. Yeah, so see, my tilted chassis thing is not really happening because I'd have to change the whole structure pretty radically to make that work. Now it's kind of actually being backwards slightly. It's not very cool looking.
Yeah, maybe smaller wheels would do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I should probably switch them out. Or just make the ones in the back mounted lower.
Yeah, I don't know. You don't want to get too high though. You don't want to start being, yeah.
Yeah, kids these days. Too bleeping high. Now I just need to give it this giant thruster in the back, and then I'll be done. Something along those lines. This is a little boilerplate, but I can put this spoiler back. It kind of works.
Oh yeah.
And I will throw on my giant thruster assembly. Probably won't work at all, but I wanted to use it. Can never have enough bar clips. Always need more.
Oh yeah.
Work. Guess it doesn't need a thruster if it has wheels. Seems like it might be a nice thing to have. See, now it really needs some kind of like wheel guards in the front, like this. But I'm getting impatient, so I don't think I'll have time to add them tonight. I might add them later. Or something like this even. Would be cool over the wheels.
Oh yeah.
Just really simple.
Although probably not in white. I think that'd be too much white.
It would be a lot of white. That is true. Yeah, dark blue might have looked good. Alright, well, I built something that looks like something. So that was my goal. Jacob, can you show me yours?
Yeah. Just a second here.
Yeah, see, I'm like struggling to finish, and he's doing stickers.
Stickers are a very important part.
They are, and I can do them after.
Yeah, so I added a few little yellow highlight stickers from the pod racer, which I think looks good, but it has the side effect of making the front prongs look very dull now.
Yeah, so you should sticker those.
I'm thinking about it, but it's a large surface, so it's going to be difficult to find something that actually looks good. I don't know, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Wonder if these large caution stripes would work.
See, now that you added those yellow parts, maybe you could put on the yellow triangle things for the fins.
Yeah, maybe. Here's an idea. So like I said, the front is really bland, so maybe some yellow caution stripes in the front.
Yeah. I'm always on board with those. What if you put them on the kind of 45-degree surface of the forward prongs?
Um, yeah, it's a little bit too short for that.
I guess
Unless
you
I
could
cut.
cut them. Yeah, but that would be awkward.
Yeah, I don't know. The
What if
stickers
you
take a
put them
long
over
time.
the blue part in the middle?
Wait,
Would that
so
be against the point?
there's studs in the way there. Or you mean like?
On the diagonal.
Oh, yeah, that might work. I can just move. I can move these little yellow bits inside there.
Yeah,
Hmm.
or something. I don't know if you want to cover up your blue like that, though, since it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is kind of a nice blocked off stripe.
Yeah. Things keep rolling off my table. I need like an edge to my table so things can't roll off of it.
Yeah, yeah, I had the same problem.
It makes my life easier.
I'll actually spend more time with stickers sometimes than I do on the actual build. That's what I obsess over them. So that may be the case here,
Well, I can see how that would happen.
especially on Garks. I mean, those things are like half the point is the stickers. So
Yeah, that's true. Which is why they are a good stickering exercise.
yep, I'm going to be using one of them for the tutorial.
Okay,
One
yeah,
of Simon's actually.
that makes sense. Do you think that will be done next week? Do you want to put that up, or do you need a week off? Jacob, do you think the next part of your tutorial will be done next Tuesday,
Um,
or the Tuesday
I'm going to
after?
start working on it this weekend. I'm going to work on it this weekend and see kind of how far it goes. And if it ends up being really long, I might just split it up into two
Oh yeah.
because it's so long. But I'll see how it goes. I'm not sure yet.
This is not working. Freaking brick math. It's called. Son, I am disappointed. Okay. I can solve this problem.
We're almost half an hour over at this point.
Right, that was my secondary goal, was to be done half an hour. I'm really done now, like we could stop now, but I'll just have this one thing to add, and then I think we'll stop.
All right.
Not very important, but I think it's cool. We're down to 6 viewers. They're like, why is this so long? Believe this. I'm going home.
Yeah. Also depends on what time zone they're in. It may be even later where they are.
Yeah. Well, maybe some people can catch the end of it who didn't get
That's
to the
true.
beginning. So in that way, it's a good thing.
We can just go on for like 4 hours.
Yeah. Just 24-hour stream. I'm greebling. This is important. Otherwise, people will be like, this isn't Ma.K.
I'm pretty lacking in the Greeble department myself, actually.
Yeah. Okay, so I think this is done. I'll add some stickers later,
All right.
but it looks cool. I like it. It's definitely not my usual thing, but whatever. Okay, so would you like to present your Ma.K, and then we'll finish, Jacob. Unless you're...
Yeah.
Okay. It kind of froze up for a second. Can you hear me now, Jacob?
Yeah, I think you froze there. I think you're good now, though.
Yeah. Okay. So this is
Okay,
my
yeah.
Ma.K
Not,
that I built,
yeah.
and I think I'm done. I may do
All right.
stickering and tweaking later, but for now I'm done. So Jacob,
All
if you'd
right.
like to present yours, and then we can end this.
All right. One last sticker here. All right. I threw a skull and crossbones on the side for good measure. So that's what I ended up with. I think the stickers
Nice.
helped a lot. It
I
it's
agree.
kind of sleek for kind of non-ungreebly for a Mac build, so I might have to change that later and work over it again later. But for now, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I really like the transition there from one piece to the other one, to the second one in the back. I
Oh
didn't
yeah,
really catch that when you, but that's really smooth.
yeah.
And
That piece we were talking about earlier that you didn't like. But
yeah, I still don't like it, but it's useful sometimes.
agreed.
That's an example of a really good use of it, actually.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's it. Thanks everyone who watched. We should be doing this again, maybe even next week, depending on Evan and other factors. But it was fun, and I built
Yeah, that's
something.
pretty fun.
Yeah, it was nice, Jacob, building something alongside you,
Yeah, same here.
seeing your process, and you helped me out with the things.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it. So see you later. Bye. Can you say bye, Jacob? You're breaking up. All right, that's it for today. See you later. Adios.